The 5-mile ride home on the school bus felt like 100 miles. The teasing always began the very... A journal is something where you write your thoughts, or you can write about anything, but I'm gonna help you girls. I'm gonna say something that you're gonna journal about, okay? I'm gonna ask a question. So today's journal entry is going to be, tell me about a fun memory from this summer. So I can write it for you, Julia. Just tell me like something and I'll write it for you, and then you draw a picture.
Can I draw what I have fun about?
Yeah, draw whatever you talk about. But first, let me help you write it. So can you tell me what? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing a homeschool routine video. I've been wanting to do this for so long, so I'm happy to finally be able to do it. It is not only our homeschool routine, but it is actually our first day of school today. So we are a little bit behind because we took pictures, our first day of school pictures, and then first days of school I think are usually like this, so we're really behind. But it's okay because we're gonna get through it all. And what you just saw was part of our morning time. Because we were late today, I did a quick breakfast. So the girls, as you saw, just had some cereal and a smoothie. So whenever I do something that's not so nutritious, like cereal for breakfast, I like to balance it out with a smoothie. I put some fruit and some spinach and peanut butter and oatmeal just to give them a little bit more protein and stuff. What you saw after that was our morning time, which usually for morning time we'll do like a little bit of a reading of a book, and currently we're reading the Sarah book part 2. Last year we read part 1, and
it's the best book ever.
By Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham. If you don't already know, it's talks about like the law of attraction, and it's like a kid's book, so it's very relatable, and it's a very interesting and fun book, so the girls enjoy it. And we're gonna be doing that reading daily for morning time, just a little bit, like maybe like 10 minutes. And then after that, we're going to move on to our beauty loop. So on Mondays, we'll be doing a journal entry, which is what we did now. If the girls really like it, maybe I'll add it more often throughout the week.
We love it, so you should.
Monday, journal entry. Tuesdays we do a poetry recitation, so they just read a poem. We'll just read a poem, and eventually after a few weeks they'll memorize the poem, because we only practice it once a week for morning time, which is poetry recitation on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is our composer study, so we learn about a composer for the first term. There's 3 terms in our homeschool year. So the first term we learn about one composer. We learn about the composer. That looks beautiful. And Juliet just finished her handwriting, and so Jane is working on her journal entry still.
A puppy.
Okay, so Mondays is journal entry, Tuesdays is poetry recitation, Wednesdays we alternate. One week we learn about a composer and their music, or one song a week, and then the next week we'll do the picture study, which is an artist of the time, and we'll learn about his artwork. And on Thursdays is a poet study, so we'll study one poet's poetry. And then on Fridays we do fables or short stories. And then after this we're going to wrap it up downstairs for morning time, and then we're gonna head upstairs to continue on with the rest of our school, which you'll see in a bit. I also will be doing a Q&A, homeschool Q&A, if anybody's interested, because I don't really talk much about homeschool, because I don't want to be a homeschool like vlogger, because it already takes up so much of my time that I don't want to take more time to make videos on it. But I will do a Q&A because I do want to answer some questions for people who are curious. So I'm gonna ask my friends on Instagram if they have any questions that they would like to ask, and I will do another future video on. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them below, and I'll get to them on the video. So they sound very similar to Italian numbers, but there's a little bit of a difference in some of them, okay? So, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10. See how they sound very close?
Yeah. Uno. Your turn.
Cuatro. Yes. Find the one that has 4 things. Count. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Yes. North and South America. In our hands we got Europe, Asia, Africa. In our hands we got Australia and Antarctica. In our hands we got the whole world in our hands. In our hands we got the whole world in our hands. Okay, so show me where North America is.
North America, South America.
Good.
Asia.
Good.
Europe.
Good.
Africa.
Africa.
Australia and Antarctica.
Good. And how many continents do we have?
7.
Good. Alright guys, so we are heading downstairs because it is time for a little break. It's just going to be like a 15-minute break to grab a little snack and then maybe run around outside or the trampoline. And then we continue on with the reading and math lessons. So,
Go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes. So actually, Moscow came inside this morning and want some free juice.
Caleb.
Every single day, he lash.
Good.
Lashes. Ash, rash.
Good.
Got a rat.
You're done with your math.
My word.
Good job. Okay, now the last thing we're gonna do before we go down for tea time and lunch and tea time is we're going to do a song. You know how we usually learn. What's so proudly we have with the time in my life. Alright guys, so what you just saw was the end of the independent lessons. The girls did their reading and math portion, and then at the end we did a song. Oh, it was a Star Spangled Banner. We're learning the national anthem, and we alternate, so twice a week we'll do the national anthem. Currently it's going to be for our first term, so it's only for a few weeks. We're doing the national anthem, and then we'll switch off to our solfa lessons, which are basically music lessons, and we follow like an instructor, and then they learn about singing. We also alternate with our foreign language song, which is Spanish this year. Last year we did Italian, so the girls are getting a little bit confused with the numbers in Italian and Spanish because they're so similar. Now we're going to do our lunch, and I'm pretty hungry because we really didn't have a big breakfast, and we normally do, so I'm actually very hungry. So yeah, we're gonna have some lunch really quick, and then after lunch we're gonna do some quiet time.
And then tea time.
Yeah, and then tea time at the end. So we're gonna take a break for lunch now.
She's like,
And yours looks so cute too.
I'm making a, you know,
What?
ladybug.